A very warm welcome to all of you. Obviously, the best thing to make your mind work is to talk to others in smaller groups, and that's what you're going to do.
You will have done things that work.
Get information
And the
financial audit and performance audit in the same.
Government, financial, compliance.
There are endless possibilities, but the question is, how do you find the right visualization in your audit reports? And the right visual is not the most beautiful, state-of-the-art visual.
I think for me, one of the most inspiring things is the visualization. The use of infographics, of visuals in our audit reports, because it's not only a different way of communicating, it's a different way of thinking.
I like to visualize information for myself because I'm not really good with writing long text. I did this for a newspaper in the Netherlands. The same newspaper was also the only newspaper in the world who put an infographic on the front page. But I think it's a really powerful method to communicate information, and whether it's about social or economics or whatever the topic. I think it gives a lot of possibility to help people understand.
So communication and the means of communication, the way we do the reports, the visualizing, the method we communicate by using the media, by using maybe social networks. So there are lots of improvements to be carried out.
Well, I think that the main idea of the course is to be yes and type of person, not yes but. And I think that is a starting point for all the innovations.
About the importance of innovate, about the importance of sit and talk and try to share ideas in order to better serve citizens of our countries.
It was interesting to hear, I suppose, people's perspectives on, before the audit, how we can have an impact by maybe, greater discussions with clients or auditees and planning maybe and things like that. It was very informative, and it's always nice to hear when other people have the same issues or, the same challenges.
We share the same problems basically in a lot of ways, but obviously there are differences too. But to be honest, I've been more surprised about the similarities between the sides.
You don't always have to be the best one in your sphere. You can take a step back and say, hey, maybe other people or other sides have a best practice that we can learn from.
Hi, you can have a drink over there and warm up a bit.
He worked for many years as a creative chef. He also wrote hundreds of articles about cooking and food. He took many courses on creative thinking techniques and creative processes. So we believe he is the perfect person to tell us more about the link between innovation and cooking and creativity.
The whole idea is to make your product the hero. In this case, beetroot is our hero. And then you see what other possibilities there are.
And on that kitchen, there's an apron. You put it on, and then we're gonna start making your dishes for tonight.
Okay, action.
I feel like I'm Vincent van Gogh.
Because it's pressurized, it won't really move that much. This one has to be boiled. No, no.
Lemon banana with sugared lemon. Okay.
It's not very popular in Ireland, you know. Okay.
Perfectly sized. 1/2 and 1/2.
Oh, thank you.
But it's also a little color, right?
Looks delicious.
I don't think we should.
So this is what we're going to do in the workshop that we're about to start. In 4 rounds, you'll get 6 minutes to quickly brainstorm elements of solutions for that specific challenge. So please come down.
We need the crowd to help us filter the data. Yes, we replace
Everybody agrees on the general idea. Maybe a short, tiny record. For different. Yeah.
It was very interesting because we had brainstorming and we could share some ideas, some contribute to innovate.
They have another idea. They are quite young. They are not as experienced as older people, so they have another kind of view on the themes and the issues they have to deal with in 20 years perhaps.
The young people here, or the young auditors here, have really shown that they're really interested in actually changing the way they work and the way they think about problems within society and how the scope of auditing as well.
I suppose that there are a lot of good people coming up through the ranks, and it's definitely a hopeful and changing time for all SAIs, and that it will be interesting.
She will announce the winner of the best workshop session. Saskia, thank you.
The winners are How to Pick Your Colleague's Brain, which is Marie Skelde Holde and Jannik Jurgensen from Denmark.
And as a concluding part of this conference, I would like to invite the YES team to come to the podium.
And now, perhaps the most important part of this conference. Dear Saskia, we would like to offer you our message on behalf of the younger generation of auditors. And it's a message from all of us, as you can see. And to illustrate that, we wanted to use the little lamps with lights in it to enlighten you with our message, which hopefully will be useful to you and your colleagues in June in The Hague.
I wish you a good travel home. If you stay a few days, enjoy Rotterdam, enjoy the Netherlands. And I hope to see you on Plio, get reports from them about what you do in Plio. And I see the Danish in June next year, and I see my colleague from Estonia then. Thank you all very, very much.
I think I will share the data visualization, the different ideas for data visualization. There was a presentation, so this I want to share. And some of the practices of some other sites, what I have seen, which we could theoretically use?
I would like to share. First of all, I would create a report and transmit what we did here to all the employees in my organization, so everybody will know what, not only me, what I have discussed here.
I kind of like this vision of thinking big but acting small, at least in the beginning.
The topic, it's very interesting, innovation. So the using of innovation in our audit, it's very, very interesting topic.
Well, I try to show some of the ideas we discussed here. I try to emphasize some of that ideas I think it would fit in our institution.
I would just tell the Auditor General to keep on sharing, keep on exchanging knowledge, how to manage or give knowledge to other sides.
We're not alone in our struggles is probably the big thing, and that there's always room to improve, and people here have had good ideas, and certainly I'll be sharing some of those when I go back.
It was very nice and I think very innovative.
It was very interesting, it was innovating, and I really had a good time.
One of the things we would have liked to achieve is that people get to know each other, exchange good practices, maybe exchange business cards and IDs, of course, but really build up their own professional network. And looking at the activity on the floor, I think we have succeeded.
What are the most important challenges for the EUROSAI community according to the YES Congress?
I think the YES gave us a sound message that they understand they have to change, both in the way they work as well as the institution as a whole has to change. And they have given us a lot of solutions for that, but they also understand that they, as the younger professionals in the offices, have to be the ambassador of change, the ambassador of innovation.
But what are the interesting solutions as a result of the YES Congress?
Well, to begin with, I was very much impressed by this enormous mind map that so few time, 2.5 days, brought so many good ideas. More than 100 solutions.
What are you taking with you towards the next presidency of EUROSAI next year?
We will try in the conference to make an agenda for EUROSAI for the coming 3 years, partly based on these ideas about how to do things differently. But the main topic with my colleagues will be how to do a different thing with your institution, because I don't think it's enough to do things differently. We have to be very careful to replace our value as a supreme audit institution into the society where everything is new. Governments and parliaments and supreme audit institutions alone are not enough to understand what's changing in society around them.